Have you ever pondered over why understanding disaster management is so critical in today's world? The essence of disaster management lies in its name, managing disasters. But what exactly does this entail? In essence, it's about minimizing the damage caused by disasters, both natural and man-made, and ensuring swift recovery. Disasters, by their very nature, are sudden and often catastrophic. They are events that cause significant disruption to communities and result in human, material, economic, or environmental losses. These losses exceed the community's ability to cope using their own resources, hence the necessity for effective disaster management. At the heart of disaster management is the need to safeguard lives and property. This is achieved through a combination of activities. These include predicting and warning people about potential disasters, preparing communities to handle disasters, and implementing measures to minimize the impact of disasters when they occur. Disaster management is not just about responding to disasters, but also about preparing for them. This is where the concept of disaster preparedness comes into play. Disaster preparedness involves steps taken to minimize the loss of life and property during a disaster. This could include creating evacuation plans, building infrastructure to withstand disasters, and educating communities about what to do when a disaster strikes. In the aftermath of a disaster, the focus shifts to recovery and restoration. This could involve rebuilding infrastructure, providing medical care, and supporting communities as they strive to return to normalcy. In the grand scheme of things, disaster management is about resilience. It's about equipping communities with the tools and knowledge they need to bounce back from disasters. It's about creating systems that can withstand shocks and continue to function even in the face of adversity. So, why is understanding disaster management critical? Because it's our first line of defense against the chaos and disruption that disasters can cause. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, and recognizing that while we can't always prevent disasters, we can manage their impact. Now that we've established the importance of disaster management, let's delve into the different types of disasters. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, landslides, and snow avalanches, what do all these have in common? These are geological and mountain area disasters, each with their unique causes and effects that can lead to devastating impacts on our world. Let's dive into the deep, rumbling world of earthquakes first. Formed by the sudden release of energy in the Earth's crust, earthquakes create seismic waves that can shake the ground violently. The effects? Well, they range from the collapse of buildings to the triggering of tsunamis and landslides. Remember the earthquake in Haiti in 2010? It caused the death of over 200,000 people and displaced millions. Next up, we have volcanic eruptions. These occur when there's a sudden release of magma from beneath the Earth's surface. The effects can be catastrophic. Think of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD that completely buried the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum. Landslides, on the other hand, are the downward and outward movement of slopes due to factors like rainfall, earthquakes, or human activities. They can obliterate entire towns within moments, like the landslide in Vargas, Venezuela in 1999 that led to the death of tens of thousands of people. Lastly, we have snow avalanches, a rapid flow of snow down a hill or mountainside. While they might look majestic from a distance, they can be deadly, burying everything in their path. Remember the Siachen Glacier avalanche in 2016 that claimed the lives of 10 Indian Army personnel? These disasters, whether they be earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, landslides, or avalanches, remind us of the immense power of nature. They underline the importance of understanding these natural phenomena to better prepare and respond, ultimately reducing their devastating impacts on our communities. From the mountains, we now move to disasters caused by wind and water. Floods, droughts, cyclones, tsunamis, the forces of wind and water are not always benign, are they? Let's dive into the world of wind and water-related disasters. These disasters can be as unpredictable as they are destructive, often leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. The causes can range from natural climate patterns to human activities exacerbating the conditions. Floods, one of the most common water-related disasters, can be caused by excessive rain, melting snow, or dam failure. They can wash away entire towns, leaving behind a swath of destruction. The aftermath? Homes destroyed, crops ruined, and the spread of waterborne diseases. Droughts, on the other hand, are a silent disaster. They occur when an area experiences significantly less rainfall than usual, leading to water shortages. The effects are far-reaching, from failed crops and starving livestock to water scarcity affecting human and wildlife populations. Now let's turn our attention to the sky, cyclones. These are large-scale air masses that rotate around a strong center of low atmospheric pressure. They bring with them high-speed winds and heavy rainfall, causing extensive damage to infrastructure, agriculture, and human lives. Last but not least, we have tsunamis. Triggered by undersea earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, or landslides, these series of enormous waves can inundate coastal areas. The sheer force of a tsunami can obliterate entire communities, leaving behind a path of destruction and despair. Each of these disasters, while devastating, also brings to light the resilience of nature and humanity. They force us to adapt, innovate, and find ways to mitigate their impacts. From building flood-resistant infrastructure to developing drought-tolerant crops, our survival hinges on our ability to live with and learn from these natural disasters. But not all disasters are natural, some are man-made. Tune into our next segment to learn more about the disasters that are a result of human activities. Fires, nuclear accidents, biological and chemical disasters, these are all disasters of our own making, aren't they? Let's take a closer look at these man-made disasters. Fires, for instance, can occur due to a variety of reasons like arson, electrical faults, or even a carelessly discarded cigarette. Fires can cause massive destruction, not only by consuming everything in their path, but also by releasing harmful pollutants into the air. Forest fires, on the other hand, can be triggered by natural causes like lightning, but a significant number are caused by human activities such as unattended campfires or discarded glass bottles. Next up, we have nuclear disasters. These occur when there's a significant incident at a nuclear power station. One of the most notorious examples is the Chernobyl disaster in 1986. These accidents not only cause immediate destruction, but also leave behind a legacy of radioactive contamination that can affect generations. Biological and chemical disasters are another class of man-made disasters. A biological disaster can occur when a disease-causing agent like a virus or bacteria escapes from a laboratory or when there's a large-scale outbreak of a disease. Chemical disasters, on the other hand, can occur when harmful chemicals are released into the environment, either accidentally or deliberately. The Bhopal gas tragedy in India is a grim reminder of the devastating effects of chemical disasters. And let's not forget road accidents. These are often the result of human error or negligence, such as reckless driving or failure to follow traffic rules. The World Health Organization estimates that nearly 1.35 million people die in road accidents each year worldwide. In all these disasters, human error or negligence plays a significant role. It's a stark reminder that our actions, or lack thereof, can have far-reaching consequences. Whether natural or man-made, disasters are a global concern. Disasters do not discriminate. They can strike anywhere, anytime. As we take a panoramic view of our world, we can see this truth etched into the landscapes, histories, and lives of people across the globe. From the devastating earthquakes in Japan and Haiti to the colossal tsunamis in Indonesia, these catastrophic events have shaped our world and our understanding of disaster management. In recent years, we've witnessed the heart-wrenching destruction caused by Hurricane Katrina in the United States and the catastrophic wildfires in Australia. These instances remind us of the enormous power of nature and the critical need for effective disaster management strategies. Now let's shift our focus to India, a country with a diverse geographical landscape, making it susceptible to a variety of disasters. From the snow avalanches in the Himalayan region to the cyclones in the Bay of Bengal, India has had its fair share of natural calamities. The Gujarat earthquake in 2001 and the Uttarakhand floods in 2013 are stark reminders of the havoc that disasters can wreak. India, like many other nations, has a comprehensive disaster management plan in place. The Indian government has established the National Disaster Management Authority, which focuses on proactive measures to prevent or mitigate the impact of disasters. They work on building resilience, ensuring adequate preparedness, and strengthening capacities at all levels. India has also pioneered in space technology and uses it for disaster management. The Indian Space Research Organization plays a significant role in providing real-time data for weather forecasting and monitoring natural disasters. The global and Indian perspectives on disasters underscore the fact that disaster management is a universal concern. It's about understanding our vulnerabilities, strengthening our preparedness, and building resilience against the unforeseen. Understanding disaster management is not just about knowledge, but about preparation. Are you prepared?